Hello. So here is the tear down video of this Xfinity camera. Not really the steps of tear down, but how I did it. Well, the camera has been built very strong, and the first thing I did was remove this back, and I tried to pry it open, but could not do so. So I used a hot knife, very hot knife, to cut this plastic from back. Next, on the back, I saw that this is the board here, and there have been two screws, one over here and the other one over there below this sticker. You can see that here and here. And after removing that, I pulled it up and it got disconnected from this connector here that went into this board over here, right? So it was like this underneath, here inside, over that this one secured with screws, and as I removed it there was this board below. So to remove this board I simply opened this lock and pulled it out, and fortunately this connector here did not get stripped off or ripped off, as it was being connected to this sensor here, right? I hope you can understand. Next, the board had this sensor screwed to this camera sensor screwed to the camera here. So I removed these two screws, pulled it up, and then this was the toughest parts perhaps. The camera assembly is assembled such way that first you have to remove this plastic shield cover. I use the same hot knife method to remove it from here, and then simply brought it out from here. Now perhaps this one here is microphone, and this chip has a power indicator perhaps here, and LED here, that may be infrared LED. I don't know. I think this is here the power LED. Blue light blinks here. These are both infrared LEDs. So the purpose of opening this board was to understand RJ45 connections, which I have already shared in the previous video. But I wanted to see that which wires would actually carry the plus and minus 12 volts for this chip. Now I will have to study that. Here you can see that JC1 connector here, it has 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Why 9? Perhaps it should have 2 to 4 to 6 to 8 9. It has 9 connectors, but you can see that yes, 9, there it is written 9, you can see that. So the arrow points to the first one, and see that the first one goes to this pin here on this integrated circuit. The second one goes to that part, you can see there. The third goes there, and the fourth goes there. Or let's see what's on its back. Nothing for the connector perhaps, but I can't see any other connection on the firstmost layer here. But since this is a multi-layered PCB board, so it is likely that there may be some connection underneath here. Well, see for now that on the first layer of the printed circuit board only these connections are over here. Maybe there are other connections underneath, we can't say. Okay, so what if we see the data sheet of this integrated circuit, and let's see that which of the wires will get positive or negative volts and how much volts. And if this is going to get 12 volts input, I don't know if it will get directly the 12 volts. I doubt it that the IC would get it 12 volts directly. It the other circuitry over here is likely to handle voltages perhaps. So this is how I am going to see the connections for 12 volts in this RJ45, and next I will connect an RG45 connector over here and power the board directly from here. Or I may understand that where I have to give the plus and minus 12 volt out of the RJ45 connector. So this is the tear down video of Xfinity X cam, and this is the first generation cam that I have got through friend, and here was its tear down video. If you have any comments, if you have anything to share, please do share with me. And here is the detailed layout of the board if you may want to study it. For me, for now, I cannot say how to power this board directly without PoE connector or power adapter, since I do not have the power adapter. Well, I will have to see if these two here are the uh, these two here are the power ICs. I cannot say, but I will have to study it. Thank you very much.